Beachbody, K-Tel, Ronco, Time Life, Ginsu, Total Gym, OxyClean, and ShamWow. Infomercials. Infomercials. You know, those 30-minute commercials that go on in the middle of the night selling you anything from a knife that can cut through an aluminum can to the latest compilation of 80s love songs. Who doesn't need a knife that can cut through a tin can? And my girls would not know who Chicago is if it wasn't for infomercials. Saturday in the park, I think it was the 4th of July. Infomercials. And that's not where our story begins, but that's a big part of this story. Story begins for me back when I was a kid. For many of you that knew me when I was a kid, you might remember me as a skinny kid with a big nose and big feet. That's how a lot of people remembered me. When I was in high school, my mom even used to make fun of me, saying if I would turn sideways and stick my tongue out, I would look like a zipper. Thank you, Mom. As I was a skinny kid. Even when I went into college, I remember my freshman year in college. My roommate weighed twice as much as I did. We went to the local grocery store and we got on the scale there, and I weighed, believe it or not, 152 pounds. At 6 foot tall, I weighed 152 pounds. My roommate weighed 304. Nothing. Have you ever been steamrolled by a guy that weighed 304 pounds? So all through college, as far as I know, that was what I weighed. But then that was the spring of 1987. 4 years later, in the spring of 1991, on my wedding day, I was 6 foot tall and weighed 135 pounds. Bachelor life was not good for me. And then something interesting happened in our first year of marriage. I was on the roof of our apartment that we were living in, cleaning off the roof and cleaning out the gutters. And I found the easiest way to get off the roof was to jump into the tree and then just slide down. Well, when I jumped into the tree, I wrapped my hands around that trunk and began to slide down, and a fire ant bit me right on my ring finger. And from that day, I was never able to wear my college ring because my finger swelled up because of that fire ant bite. By the time the swelling in my finger went down, I had gained enough weight that I've never been able to wear my college ring since then. And that was 1991, 27 years ago. Needless to say, I gained a little weight. Even in the early days, I would get powders and different things, and I could never gain weight. But the best thing that I ever did to help me gain weight was when I got married. But then after that, all I was trying to do was to lose weight. I had gone from 135 pounds to 215 pounds. I had gained, now of course I didn't do all that in 1 year, it took a few years, but I had gained 80 pounds. Now most people were nice about it. They would say, well, you could never tell. Or hey, it looks good on you. Or you carry your weight very well. Those are not the things that you want to hear when you weigh 215 pounds. And finally, one day, I was thinking about that and thought, I just don't like the way I look. And so I thought I need to do something. And we tried different things through the years to drop the weight, but nothing ever seemed to work. I never stuck with anything. And then one night, as unfortunately I still do today, I stay up way too late watching television, and then lo and behold, an infomercial comes on, and this is what I see.
Hi, I'm Mark Steinis coming to you from Hollywood, California. We would all love to lose weight and get in shape, right? But the problem we have is time.
An infomercial by a company named Beachbody, and 10-minute trainer. Now, if you were to ask most people, why is it that they do not work out? You're going to get usually one of four responses, or maybe all four responses. Number one, don't have the time. Number two, I don't have a gym membership. I can't work out because I don't have any place to go. Number three, they would say that I have bad knees, or I have a bad hip, or I have this or that. You know, when I began running, after I had started running and built up my miles, my right knee started hurting me. And I got to looking into that, and then I found out the number one reason that your knees will hurt you when you run, and everybody thinks the pounding of the pavement, that's part of it, but that's not the main thing. You can usually fix that with a good pair of running shoes, which I did. I bought a brand new pair of running shoes, and they're working fantastic. But the biggest problem is most people either don't stretch like they should before they run, or they have not strengthened their legs. And you know, a lot of people that complain about knee problems and hip problems and things, it's because they're carrying excess weight. And they use that excuse, my knees hurt, my hip hurts, whatever, and they say, oh, it's an old football injury, or it's running up and down the basketball court. How about this? It's because you weigh 300 pounds, and we need to drop that weight. But if you will drop the weight, strengthen your legs, and then stretch really well before you run, before you do any exercise, and that will eliminate a lot of the pain that you experience. Four, we've talked about this before, is your diet and the things that you put into your mouth. And a lot of times it's not necessarily the things you put into your mouth, but how much that you put into your mouth. Anyway, as I was watching this infomercial, they were taking all the excuses away. It was only 10 minutes a day. They provided you a diet plan. It was not hard impact, and you didn't need a gym membership. You could do it right there in the comfort of your home. No, Pat, tell me, you didn't. Yes, I did. I ordered. I bought. And this is what I received. This is a DVD set that actually came from Beachbody called 10-Minute Trainer. It's actually a program put together by a man by the name of Tony Horton. And inside this, there comes 2 DVDs with all the exercises that are included. In the little pocket, there is an exercise calendar that tells you what to do on each day. And also included in this, and I'll tell you this, show you that I've used this because this thing's coming apart. But here is your meal plan. It tells you all the things that you can eat, breakfast, a lunch, dinner, snack, all that's in there. And also a bonus that was thrown in here was you could go one-on-one with Tony Horton. And so I ordered that and received that program. And when I ordered that too, under a recommendation of someone else, I went ahead and ordered a 10-Minute Trainer 2, which had 3 more exercises in it, another disc, and your calendar and all of that was included in there as well. And these complement each other. And so what I did was I started doing the program just like it was lined out. This is actually a 90-day program. It's basically stack training. And you do your 10 minutes a day, and then once you get through your first 30 days, if you have the time, then you increase it to 20, and you're stacking the workouts there until you get through 90 days, and yes, you are increasing up to about 30, including the warm-up and cool-downs. It's going to take you about 45 minutes. But they were right about this. It's low impact, but it does get results if you follow the program. And let me just say this here too. I am not getting paid by Beachbody. I'm just showing you what I have done. And I went from 215 pounds to where currently I'm down to 190. I have been as low as 188. And a lot of that is due to this program. I'm still doing this program right here. I have dropped 2 pant sizes. I was normally wearing a 36, and I swore I would never ever get larger than a 36, and I haven't. First I dropped down to a 34, and the other day when I was at work, I went to try on, and I was wearing a 32, and I could wear it comfortably. And so I just want to tell you this, it works. And again, your excuses are just that. They are excuses. Does your knees hurt? I believe they do. Does your hip hurt? Sure it does. I'm sure it does. But if you will start off slowly, just get started. Start, if anything, as I said before, just get out and start walking around the neighborhood and cut back on your portions and just get started slow in doing that, and then just work and build up. And you don't need a gym membership. You don't have to buy a lot of fitness equipment. All you have to do really is to get moving. And if you get moving, then your body will take care of the rest. Heard it from a friend who, heard it from a friend who, heard it from another, you've been messing around.